All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Washington. A big day today. Big day. There's a lot going on today. Because of yesterday's rain, we have a lot of matches have been pushed over to this one, to this day. But we're starting with Fernandez and Eala, which is a rematch of Stuttgart. They played in April at the start of the clay season. And it should be interesting. You know, we just saw Eala come back against Zheng yesterday in one of her classic comebacks. Fernandez won first day. We watched her win easily on that first day against Lynette. Eala's the favorite, which I was confused that Eala was the underdog yesterday. But I'm just as confused that she's the favorite today, because I know she's been playing better than Fernandez recently, but I would have thought that Fernandez would be the slight favorite in this. But either way, it's kind of 50-50, which, okay, maybe that feels better. But yeah, Eala's slight favorite according to the bookies. So we'll see. We'll see if that plays, if that's good or bad. And then we've got Citi versus Demonor, which was supposed to be yesterday, but that's going to be happening today. And then tonight we've got Osaka taking on Kruger. We've got Musetti. We've got Fritz playing today as well. Hodar's playing today. So yeah, big day of matches. And then tomorrow we've got the second round, day 2, where we get Pegula, Svitolina, Shelton will be playing tomorrow. So yeah, we've got big days ahead. Also, Demonor versus City winner plays Cruz Hewitt, so that's gonna be interesting. Men Sheik is playing. Is he playing today? Maybe. I think he's playing today as well. Or no, he might be playing tomorrow. So yeah. So lots of tennis ahead. How are we doing, chat? What's going on? Are we ready for this day? I'm not ready. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. These 1 a.m. starts. God. Yeah, brutal. Definitely didn't warm up to this. It just it's just like, you know what? Screw you. Day 3, you're going to get 4 hours sleep and wake up at 1 in the morning. All right, thank you. By the way, chat, look at this thing I found at the thrift store. I found 2 of these hands at the thrift store. They go on your wall. They go on your wall like this. Or like this. It was $3. So I got both of them. They're great. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but they're awesome. I'm going to put them on my wall. We'll see what happens. But how are we doing, chat? What's going on? Is this a replay or is it live? It's live. We are live. We are live. Love this match. I wish it was the final. One day we will see them in a Grand Slam final. Being from Montreal and married to a Filipina, I am torn on who to root for. But hey, fair enough. You could have a tennis ball in the hand. I could. I don't think I have a tennis ball sitting around. You know? You could, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I don't even know what it's used for. Like, what do you do with this? Like, is it... Who has this? I don't get it. Like, what do you put it on your wall? I mean, it's supposed to go on your wall. It's creepy. So yeah. So that was fun. And that's what I did yesterday after stream. Went to the thrift store and just wandered around and found that. Oh, is it for jewelry? Oh, is it for like... Hey, okay. Is it for jewelry? You sure? Put rings on it? What? It goes on your wall and you put rings on it? Because it's meant to be wall mounted. We've got like holes for putting it on your wall. You put rings on this? I don't think so. I don't know if you put rings on it. It sucks because the other hand is also a right hand. So I wanted to get one right, one left. So then it looks like somebody's coming out of my wall. But instead they gave me 2 left hands. That's fine. 2 right hands, sorry. You can put it on the table. Maybe. It's got like flat fingers. So I wonder if it's supposed to hold something. And maybe it's supposed to hold like a light or something. Like it's supposed to go like that, I think. And then you put something in there. Oh, here we go. Ta-da! Perfect. There we go. I'll put it on my wall. It can hold the ball. Yeah. So yeah. So finding gems at the thrift store. That's what's fun. They could hold me as toys. Maybe. Put it as a doorknob and shake the hand. So like shake the hand to open the door. Yeah, maybe that could be cool. Anyways, so that's what I found yesterday as I was rummaging through a random bin of electronics. And then the lady was like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "I have no idea. All I know is that I want it in my house." Maybe it's the whole. Maybe it's to hold a basketball. That's true. Like maybe it's got flat fingers, so like the tips of the fingers are flat, so it has to, maybe it holds something. It would kind of be cool if it had like a light, like if I put a ball in there, like a ball light maybe. So that could be fun. Thank God I found your channel. I love watching. I don't feel alone. Hey, that's why I started this channel, because I was watching tennis by myself, and wanted to watch tennis with somebody else, and now we're here. This match definitely could be a banger. It could be for sure. I don't think it's going to be a repeat of Stuttgart. Like there's a lot of reasons why Stuttgart was the way it was. One was because it was on clay, right? And Eala's clay tennis is not really her thing yet. So yeah, this could definitely this should be closer than Stuttgart. Fernandez isn't playing amazing. She played well against Lynette, but she's not playing that well that you would think that Eala would get beaten badly in this. Again, the only concern about Eala is fitness, because we talked about it at length yesterday, that elbow arm issue, that I don't think it's a big problem, but it's definitely not a little problem. It's not nothing. So, yeah. So we'll see whether or not Eala can, the thing that Fernandez has in her favor is extending these rallies, Eala might overplay. Whereas yesterday, it was such a different match against Zheng, and Zheng was giving away a lot of errors. So if Fernandez is not giving away any errors, then this could be a tough day for Eala. But again, Fernandez isn't playing phenomenally, so I would be pretty shocked if it was easy for Fernandez. The winner of this will play either Svitolina or Kudermetova, who are playing tomorrow. So the winner of this match gets a day off, and we'll play tomorrow. And see, the thing with Fernandez, she doesn't have the power of Zheng, which is partly why she was beating Eala, was she was just beating her for pace. Fernandez doesn't have that. Doesn't have that power. So we'll see. I'm glad Demons match is today, as it was too late last night. Yeah. Yeah. I'm bummed out. I wanted to watch it yesterday. It was annoying. We watched Venus, and that was fine. But yeah, I was a little bit bummed out that we didn't get to watch Demon yesterday, because I was ready to watch him against Steph. But we'll watch him today. By the way, chat, we're almost at 100 likes. Don't forget to like the video if you haven't already. If you're coming in, we've got about 20 minutes until they're coming out on court. Now, there is there is rain around. I think there's rain around this morning, so oh no, it seems like it's okay. It's cleared up. So that's good. So we should be able to get through. Unless there's just a freak storm that comes along and takes us out. But yeah, we should be okay. We should be good. I'm glad Demon's My prediction, I've got Eala in 3. I think it's gonna be better. She's gonna be much better than she was against Fernandez in Stuttgart. And again, unless Eala makes a lot of errors, which, like I said, could happen because of the defense of Fernandez. I think this. We know Eala doesn't get tired, so if it's a long match, I don't think that. It probably favors Fernandez slightly because she had an easier first match, but I feel like it's been forever. Are you excited that there's a new Who on tour? Yeah, I've been excited ever since Cruz broke out, or at least Cruz started playing men's tennis on the men's circuit for like a year. So yeah, I've been excited. It's awesome. Who have I got for Toronto? I have no idea. I gotta wait for the draw to come out first. I can't be answering questions about Toronto without the draw. That tournament is gonna be so draw dependent. As the 1000s usually are on the women's side. See, I have no idea. I have no prediction until the draw comes out. Men's side, it's always going to be someone different, isn't it? It should be Zverev based on form, but Zverev should win Toronto, right? Looking at all his, he's only been losing to Sinner and Fritz and Kaboli and Daderi. So you probably Zverev, right? Into Montreal, but does Fernandez have Pinoy heritage? Yeah, I think her mum's from the Philippines, right? I'm pretty sure her mum's from the Philippines. So yeah. I really don't think it's a good idea to play the long game against Eala. Oh no. We saw that yesterday. You got to put Eala away. If you got a chance to win, you got to win. Can't be mucking around. Eala doesn't let she doesn't give you the match. You got to win that match. FAA should win Toronto. Should? I don't know if he should win Toronto. It's definitely Zverev's to lose. I think he's the favorite, and then everybody else. I mean, Shelton's the defending champion. You got Demonor, you've got Fritz, FAA. So it's definitely Zverev's the standout. Kind of want Zverev versus Medvedev or Zverev versus Rublev final. It's been a long time since these two have faced. Yeah, Medvedev versus Zverev would be fun. Is there a lot of hype around Cruz in Australia? There's definitely more hype this week. More people are talking about it. I hear it. I heard it on the radio yesterday when I was at the thrift store, talking about Cruz winning his first match. Yeah, not major hype, but there's definitely buzz around about Cruz. Yeah. I want Aryana Sabalenka someday. They might play in Toronto. If Felix passes the first round, I think he'll win the tournament. That's a massive call. That doesn't make. What do you mean? If he wins his first match, he wins the tournament. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. What do you mean? Eala has slight injury, hence why the odds are dropped off. Well, no, she's the favorite. Like I said yesterday, I thought she was she should have been favorite yesterday. Today she is the favorite, which I'm a little more surprised about because she's playing against somebody that she lost to recently. You know? And she had a tough match yesterday, so I'm a little surprised that she's the favorite. But then again, maybe they're overcorrected from yesterday, right? Like yesterday, they should have had Eala as the favorite, and then today they're overcorrecting. I said that because first match, as always, is the most difficult. Oh, you're saying that if he passes his first match, then if he wins his first match, then he could win the tournament. Okay, because he always has a tough first round. Okay, no, that makes sense. I guess it's weird to think FAA doesn't have a Masters yet. Yeah, so I mean, him and De Minaur both don't have them, but that's because Sinner's been winning them all. You know, they've been hoarding he's been hoarding the Masters this year. And last year. And Alcaraz. Not yet final, but her ticket sales is 80% sold out. Not yet the final. What do you mean? Whose ticket sales? So many guys like Musetti, Demon, and FAA kind of weird. Yeah, but that's... I mean, it is and it isn't. Because, like, you know, you got the Zverev and Medvedevs of the world. And Rublev and Tsitsipas, right? I mean, that I'd put FAA in that generation. I mean, Ruud only won his first Masters a year ago, right? And he didn't have one for a while, and that felt weird. I mean, FAA is a little bit younger than those guys, but that's why Canada is such a big opportunity for everybody, right? As soon as Sinner pulled out, it's you know, like Canada always is, right? Canada's always up for grabs. Like it's always well, not always, but recently it feels like it's a tournament that the big guys step aside and it allows players like Popperin or Shelton or, you know, other guys to step in and take the title, you know, because, you know, Alcaraz not there. Alcaraz would have played if he's healthy, I guess, but, you know, Djokovic doesn't play it much anymore, and Sinner decided not to continue the streak, so, which I'm surprised about. I would have thought for sure that he would have tried to keep playing, but and attempt to do the impossible, but maybe they realize that it probably doesn't matter that much in the grand scheme. It's more important that they're ready for the US Open. Which of the youngest players on the men's side would you love to see win a slam? Fonseca. If Fonseca won a slam, the world would explode. It'd be awesome. That would be awesome. Now that Eala's famous, Fernandez is saying she's half Filipino. No, that's not true. She's always been that. She's always been half Filipino. I mean, also, by the way, I've seen this as well because, you know, I saw a what was it? I think it was like during Wimbledon. I saw that like Fernandez was like eating Filipino food or talking about Philippines or something. It's not Fernandez that is talking about her Filipino heritage now that Eala's popular. It's that she's getting asked about it now because Eala's more popular now. It's not because Fernandez isn't starting to talk about that more now. She's being asked more about it now. And that's not her fault. Like, it's not Fernandez's fault that they're bringing it up more because of Eala. So, yeah. It's not like Fernandez is like, oh, by the way, I also am on the same level as her. You know, I'm also Filipino. No. She's always been that. She's always been Philippines. Even back in 2021-22 when she made the final of the US, I remember so many people being in here from the Philippines being like, we love Fernandez. Like, we root for... This is before Eala came out on the scene. So no, Fernandez, we love that somebody's representing the Philippines, even if it's only half her side, right? And then Eala comes along, and now it's like the Philippines have someone who's representing their flag, right? Somebody who's 100% Philippines. But Fernandez always been repping the Philippines. It's just that now that Eala's popped off, she's getting asked more about it. It's not that she's putting her hand up and being like, "Yeah, I'm also Philippines. Hey, pay attention to me." Fernandez isn't doing that. Fernandez is more over the years has been more leaning into her dad's side of things and playing football and showing her soccer skills, right? And wearing jerseys, right, from the national team. Like, it's just that they're asking her more questions, and it's not her fault. I mean, they go, "Hey, by the way, we're doing a social media segment on our Instagram. Come join." She doesn't know it's about like Filipino food, and they're going to ask those questions. She doesn't ask to be she doesn't go, "Hey, ask me about the Philippines because I want to talk about Eala, like I want to ride Eala's coattails." She's not like that. Fernandez doesn't need that. So no, it's not because Eala's popping off that Fernandez is now all of a sudden half Filipino. She's always been that. It's just that, just like everything on social media, Eala is right now the focus, right? And anyone who's like even slightly associated with the Philippines is going to get asked questions about the Philippines, right? Because again, that's just the way the social media accounts are going. Yeah, Fernandez was raised in Canada, exactly. Or born in Canada. I wonder if Citi Pass has returned to his form after a few months. Well, he did win a title. She represents Canada, but she has mentioned before Eala became famous that she was half Filipino. Exactly. That's been known since she made the final of the US. Like, before Eala even became was on a radar, we all knew that Fernandez was half Filipino because so many people would come into the chat, again, way before Eala even won that US Open in juniors, right? Way before, a year before that. So we know. That's why when these two played earlier in the year, it was such a big deal because it was like, Philippines versus someone, half Filipino. It was a big deal, right? It is a big deal even today, right? This is a big deal. But yeah, don't be going after Fernandez like that. Leave her alone. Would you represent your nationality as where you were born if it was UCAM? Yeah, I'm Australian. I was born in Australia. I'd represent Australia. My parents are from here. My grandparents were born here. I have no, I don't know how far back it goes till my ancestors are not from Australia, but as far as I know, my great grandparents were born here. I've been from it. You have to go back to 1700, probably. I thought you're Irish. I am Irish, but I don't know how far back that goes. When did Eala hype first come about? When she broke out in Miami. When she broke out in Miami. Ken, what do you see more likely? A 90s guy like Steph Rublev or Rude winning a slam, or one of the young guys? Hodar, Menchik, or Fonseca? The young guys. It's more likely that Hodar, Fonseca, or Menchik is... Menchik is like prime. he is primed for a slam. He showed that at the French. How he looks so good. He looks so ready for a slam. Whereas I'm less confident about Steph, Rublev, and Rude because they've got to get. Like, I don't know how they get through Alcaraz and Sinner, even Djokovic, right? Whereas Menchik, he's starting to look real scary. And the best part about him is he can win on hard courts and on clay. I mean, he's got so many options. Plus, he's fearless, and so is Fonseca, and so is all those young guys are fearless, right? Feast, Hodar, Tien. They don't fear Alcaraz and Sinner the way that maybe the 90s guys kind of fear them a little bit more. So I would back the young guys to win a slam for sure. Fonseca and Menchik kicked out Ruud and Rublev from the French. Well, there you go. Yeah, there's your answer already. They beat those guys to get to the quarters and semis. So my prediction's Eala in 3. Eala is a junior champion. She defeated Noskova at a young age. Yes, she did. Yep, these two they're going to come out on court any minute. I'm not sure what the weather's like, if it's going to be super hot, but I don't think that matters too much. These two ladies are fine when it comes to that kind of weather. They've never shown signs of struggle. So I'll tell you what, I'd love to see like Menchik win Canada. That'd be kind of fun. Like he gets 2 1000s under his belt. Like that'd be so good. Menchik, the only thing with Menchik is that he's been injured. Like if he hadn't been injured, he would have played Djokovic at the Australian Open this year, which would have been a banger. He might have made the semis of the Australian Open this year. Who knows? But yeah, Menchik. If Menchik stays healthy, he is the best of the generation so far. Like he is the best of that group. He's ahead of that. He's ahead of Fonseca. He's ahead of Tien. He's ahead of Hodar. Right? He's leading the pack. He's been the highest ranked. Right? He is so I'm so after the Menchik that run in at Roland Garros, I'm like, oh okay, pay attention. Is it 2 a.m. in Australia? 1 a.m. Who you got? Wong versus Samsonova. Probably Samsonova. But then again, Samsonova just had the best win of her career, one of the best wins of her year, so maybe she will lose. Because that happens. Technically, Fernandez is right. She is Canadian citizen. Her parents and other relatives never spoke of Filipino heritage. They wanted to be known as Canadian South American. It's their right. Yeah, I don't know why we're interrogating Fernandez's life. What are we doing? Why are we doing that? Who cares? It doesn't take away the fact that her mum or her mum's side of the family are from the Philippines. Like, she might not like have been brought up in a Filipino household, and it was more South American from her dad's side, but still doesn't take away from the fact that she does have that heritage from mum's side. Both things can be true. She can be half Filipino, but also, not raised in a Philippines culture or environment. But it doesn't take away from the fact that she still has that. And again, like I said, with Fernandez, she's not asking to be asked these questions about the Philippines. It's social media segments. It's fans that are asking the questions, right? It's not, Fernandez not putting her hand up and being like, yeah, talk to me about the Philippines. Like, she's not asking to be asked these questions. She's getting asked because Eala's popping off, and social media is all about that, All right, here we go. Players about to come out on court. Big day. Venus is playing doubles today too. Ooh. I forgot that. I don't know if we watch Venus doubles later. We'll see what the schedule looks like. As long as it doesn't rain today, we will be sweet. But here we go. Here we go. Not many people there, but it is 11 a.m. on a Wednesday. So people got to work, especially in Washington, right? Washington, it's a busy place. I've been there once. It wasn't that busy. It was. Then again, I only went to like all the attractions there. Like I didn't go to. I wasn't there for a day. You look like no proper sleep. Yeah, bro, I don't have proper sleep. I'm tired as fuck. Like I don't know what to tell you. I don't get proper sleep. Did you just wake up? I did, yeah. Well, like an hour ago, yeah. I don't get sleep. Like that doesn't happen. It's tennis. Who cares about the nationality they choose? Yeah. Audio is crackling up. I think it might be your phone. You look like how I feel. Yeah, okay, let's stop bullying me. I was telling my friend the other day that I get bullied for a living. He laughed. Do you think Eala dressed today's green again? Sure. Maybe. Probably. Unless I don't think she's got different outfits yet. There'll be a different outfit for the US Open, but yeah, I'm sure that it'll be she'll be wearing green like the other day. Most players wear the same thing. Yep, she's wearing green. So is Fernandez. They're both wearing green. All right, here we go. Fernandez, by the way, defending champion of this event. I stopped watching tennis for a while because the quality of my sleep deteriorated from watching too much tennis and during late nights. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I tell you what, like I had 2 weeks of like normal sleep, and then like within 2 days, I've completely ruined my sleep schedule. Like it went out the window. But that's all right. The first couple of days of a new time zone are always tough, at least for me. But I think after today, I should be into it now. Like it shouldn't be. Things should be better now. Where's the video? I can't show the match, otherwise we'll get nuked. What's the brand of your glasses? I have no idea. I bought them and they were given to me. I can't remember. I've had them for a long time. US tournaments are the worst for us in the Eastern Hemisphere. Yeah. Yeah. In Australia and in Asia, it's brutal. But remember, after the US Open, then we've got the good time zone. Then it's good for us, but then it's terrible for everybody else. If you pay attention, you can watch the match in Cam's glasses. No, you can't. Eala think will be hard to beat. I saw previous match Cam. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, look, this is going to be a lot. I expect this to be a lot better for Eala than it was in Stuttgart. Have I seen the Odyssey? I did. I watched it the other day. It was great. I really liked it. Matt Damon was great. If he doesn't get nominated for an Oscar, I don't know who will. Yeah, they're both wearing green. By the way, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We are got a big day today. We're going to be watching Citi Pass taking on Demonor. We're going to be watching Osaka tonight, today, later today, whatever. Yeah, so big day. Big day. And that's because yesterday, Citi Pass Demonor was cancelled. The Odyssey is overrated? Okay. The match has not started. The scoreboard is showing some statistics already. Yeah, that's crazy. How'd that happen? You're right. I don't know why that happened. Both ladies wearing green? Yep, they sure are. I live in the US. In the US, hard swings are kind of rough. I do stuff during the day. It's easy to watch tennis at 2 a.m. for me. Hey, me too. Australian Open is harder for me to... I miss out on a lot more things when we watch the Australian Open. New Spider-Man movie is releasing this month, right? Yeah, I think it comes out today or tomorrow. Maybe I'll go see that today or tomorrow. Thank you for fixing the scoreboard. You're welcome. Cam is from the future. Yes, it's 1 in the morning on the 30th of July. Now, Eala has got that patch on her arm again. Cam, you have 2 colors on the scoreboard. No fix, right? What do you mean? No fix. What do you mean no fix? No fix yet. The score. What do you mean? I've updated the graphics if you haven't been paying attention the last couple of days. And I think they look spectacular, if I do say so myself. What are you talking about, the colors? What do I think of the new Helen of Troy? She's in it for like 5 seconds. People are making like, you got to go watch the movie, because there was so much going on about like who was cast for what and all this shit. But the people that got the most exposure about like spoiler alert, the people that were up in arms about like this person got cast for this role and this person got cast for that, those people are in it for like 30 seconds. They're not even like main characters. So like everyone's getting mad for nothing. Like they're not even part of the main, like they're in it for like 30 seconds. Like you don't even see them. So like go watch the movie and then, you know, who cares about the new Helen of Troy? Like she's not even she's not even a main character. Like she's literally in it for like 5 minutes in like a 3-hour movie. Like you see her like a couple of times. It's like, it's not a big deal. She's not a main character. So people getting so mad. It's just like, okay. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I think people are more mad that Odysseus, he was supposed to be like a sneaky kind of guy, and they make him out to be like this like hero. I think that's more of a conversation about how they've kind of changed the perception of him, where he was like supposed to be like this like sneaky kind of like smart kind of guy, and he's more like a war veteran hero, which is maybe a little inaccurate. But yeah, people focus on go watch the movie. It's a great movie. People get mad at plus she's also a fictional character. Well, yeah. Yeah, as far as we know, most of this is fiction. Or is it all real? That'd be kind of crazy. Going to see it today. You'll enjoy it. I thought it was good. It doesn't feel like a 3-hour movie. It has a good pace. I thought it had a good pace. Go to the toilet before you go into the movie, though, so you don't have to miss it. No spoilers. No, the only spoiler is that the people that are getting... If you're not going to go see the Odyssey because you're worried that it's like, you know, whatever, woke or whatever, those people that... The people that are getting the most... The conversation around those castings, those people aren't in it that long. You won't see... They're not main characters. So you won't be mad. So if that's what's stopping you watching it, go watch it. Be mad for 30 seconds, and then you'll get over it. Because even Zendaya, I mean, she's in it, but kind of. If you don't like Matt Damon, then maybe don't watch it, because he's in it a lot. Anyways, Eala is going to serve. I'm going to go Eala in 3. As she serves in the forehand of Fernandez. Return goes to forehand of Eala. Fernandez. Forehand inside out to the backhand of Eala. Fernandez forehand again. Goes wide, and it's 15-love. It's going to be interesting, this one. This is going to be a grind. I feel like this could be a real 3-hour grind. And I know these two ladies are both left-handed, so there's a similarity there, but I feel like the similarities go, even to their their mentalities. Like they are so similar mentally. The way that they go about playing tennis, like they grind it out, they counter punch, they don't give up. Right? They're both real fighters, and they're both left-handed, so they're very similar. 30 love. As a return from Fernandez goes out, 40 love. $40 love. Easy game for Eala to start. She serves a fault, second serve. $40 love. They're both wearing green? Exactly. As a return, Fernandez goes wide, and Eala wins the first game, 1 love. Great start from Eala. Why did I not get a notification from YouTube for this match? I have no idea. You're going to have to call YouTube and ask them. I don't know. All right. 1 love. Let's see how Fernandez serves in this match. Serving is going to be important. As Fernandez serves. No, she doesn't. Bublik out of Canada. Okay. Serving to the forehand of Eala. Fernandez forehand again. The forehand of Eala. As Fernandez backhand slice goes in the net. And Eala has not lost a point. Love 15. Love 15. As a return goes to forehand of Fernandez. Fernandez hits out, man. Fernandez hasn't won a point. Love 30. And Eala's had good training against serves from yesterday for Zheng. So Fernandez doesn't serve like Zheng. And I'm trying to think who the last player that didn't have a big game who beat Eala. I mean, it probably maybe was Fernandez back in April. But Eala hasn't lost to players that don't have weapons in recent times that I can remember. If she's the bigger hitter and Fernandez in the net, love 40. Pellini, true. Yeah, Pellini. Okay, yeah. Obviously, I forgot about Wimbledon. You're right, yeah. Pellini, yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly, Pellini. Like, that's what I was saying. Yeah, Pellini. Anyways, love 40. So, literally her last tournament. Anyways, love 40. Doesn't matter right now because Fernandez is unable to win a point. Good serve that time. 15-40. Return goes out by Eala. First point for Fernandez. 15-40. As Fernandez serves again. There's a fault. Second serve. She's double faults, and there's the break. All right, 2 love. That was, what a quick match so far. All of a sudden, just 2 love Eala without breaking a sweat. All right. Eala was up 2 love against Zheng, but again, Zheng's got a big game. Zheng was bullying Eala at times yesterday. Fernandez doesn't have those same weapons. So she's going to have to work for every point. As Eala serves the back of Fernandez, return the net, 15 love. This could be a quick day. As the return goes to forehand of Eala up the line to the slice Fernandez. Fernandez hits it wide. I'd say Eala is bullying Fernandez. 30 love. This is easy. See, the thing that Fernandez has to do here is she can't hit any errors, but she also needs to defend so well to try and, make Eala play more and more shots. But right now, she's unable to make Eala play more than 3 shots. And she's also not... She needs to play perfect at this stage. 30 love. Return goes to forehand of Eala in the net. And it's 30-15. $30-15. As Eala serves a fault. Second serve. As a return from Fernandez, the back of Eala. Eala hits another winner, 40-15. 40-15. Eala to go to 3 love. She serves a fault second serve. So the difference as well with Fernandez is she's not going to hit those massive returns. So Eala's second serve is not as attacker, is not as vulnerable as it was against Zhang. That goes out by Fernandez. It's 3 love Eala. When you play, and that means that Eala's probably not going to double fault like she did yesterday at crucial moments. Because Fernandez is not hitting return winners. So there's no pressure on the second serve, if that makes sense. Great start. 3 love. I mean, we're going to be out of here in an hour. What a start. What a start. Not much Leylah's been able to... not much she's done wrong, Leylah. It's just... Eala just crushing it. 3 love. Three love. In 10 minutes, yeah. This is a round of 16. Yeah, second round. 16 Slam is happening in October. It is, yeah. Watching from Dubai. Hey, what's up? Leylah's scared of Janice Chen from Indonesia. Well, she has a bad record against her for sure, yeah. She has had losses against her for sure. All right, by the way, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We are trying to get to, I don't know, 350K by the end of the year, I guess. All right. Fernandez to serve. Let's see if she can get on the board here. It's only 1 break. 3 love looks a little deceptive just because it feels like it could be, feels like it's a lot harder, a lot bigger gap. As we're just slicing out of the forehand of Fernandez, and Fernandez puts that away. That's 15 love. Fernandez just got to get on the board. Ace-7T. 30 love. Too much pressure for defending champion. I mean, I think it's too early to say that it's because of the pressure of being the champ. I think it's more just Eala's come out of the blocks flying, you know. She's the one. She's come out really, really, really strong, you know. All right, as that goes out by Eala, 40 love. And it hasn't given Fernandez a chance to settle into the match. $40 love. As Fernandez serves a fault, second serve. Serving to the back end of Eala. Fernandez forehand up the line. That's a great shot. All right, Fernandez on the board. Now she's warmed up, Fernandez. That was a good game. All right, 3-1. Eala's got the break, though. Who you got, Steph or Demon? Demon. Because he's Australian. So I'm going to go Demon or... Good reason, right? I'm going for the Aussie because I can. I don't care about the head-to-head. All right, return goes to forehand of Eala. Backhand out from Fernandez. Into the backhand of Eala. Fernandez with a slice. Eala backhand. Missed cross court. Okay, so that point is the sort of point that Fernandez wants to play. So just getting the ball back one more time and forcing Eala to hit that extra shot that she might overhit. So that last point, that's the way that Fernandez can compete in this match. She's got to be the defender and try and make Eala overhit by, you know, defending so well. Return goes out by Fernandez. Good serving. Eala's serving really well. She was serving well yesterday too. The double faults in the first set were a little bit of an issue, but overall, her serving was so good. And it's been really good. Her serve's definitely improved since Roland Garros. All right, 15-0. As a return goes to the backhand of Eala. Eala in the net. 15-30. $15-30. We're watching Aussies today. Is it true? We are, yeah. We're supposed to watch them yesterday, but as Eala hits a good serve out wide, 30-0. Eala's first serve is keeping her in this game. 30-0. What happened to Feast? He had like I think he had a back hip injury or issue. And also he played Hodar, who's really good. Backhand return, Fernandez. Into the forward of Eala. To the backhand Fernandez. Eala backhand again to the backhand Fernandez. Up the line is a winner by Fernandez. All right, Fernandez got break back point. 30-40. Now Fernandez is starting to play. All right, 30-40. Has Fernandez always done like that shadow swing after? Was she mimicking Eala? Does she always do shadow swings after every point? Is that a thing? All right, serve. There's a fault from Eala. Second serve. God, this court level camera can absolutely get stuffed. I hate it. It's so bad. Why are we court level cameraing already? It's too early. I can't see the ball. By the way, the court level camera is like cutting off half, like a third of the court, a quarter of the court. What are we doing? Get this court level camera out of here. Serve to the backhand of Fernandez. Good return to the front of Eala. Fernandez forehand again to the front of Eala. Up the line to the backhand slice Fernandez. Eala gets the point. Fernandez overhits it. We get the deuce. She's always done that? Okay. I just haven't been paying attention. All right, deuce. As Eala serves. Into the forehand of Fernandez. Return the forehand of Eala. Fernandez forehand to the backhand of Eala. Fernandez there with a slice. Goes long. I tell you what. Eala is just so frustrating to play. Because she suffocates players. The way that she plays. Like, she doesn't let... Like, you might get a decent return. Even if it's deep in the court. It doesn't matter. Eala's going to make you run. Especially, like, if you don't have a big weapon. She is just suffocating. Advantage Eala. He's got a fault second serve. Like, Fernandez hasn't been playing terribly in this game, but like, Eala doesn't miss. So you've got to hit a decent shot. All right, she gets a double fault, though. That's... Somebody tell that guy to stop yelling. Doing too much. Who's yelling? Well, you mean the guy in the crowd? Well, they're just having fun. Let them have fun. All right, return from Fernandez down the middle of the back of Eala. Fernandez forehand again to the back of Eala. Into the back of Fernandez. Fernandez hits a wide again. Eala just hitting the ball super aggressively. Advantage Eala. Glazing her like she's Federer. Bro, do you have any hobbies? Advantage Eala. As Eala tries to get the 4-1. There's a return from Fernandez in the net. 4-1 Eala. The crowd go wild. 4-1. 4-1. All right. Am I going to cover Citi Pass Demonor? Yeah, we're going to watch that. We're going to watch that yesterday, but we're back. We'll watch it today. Goran said in an interview that Feast is extremely talented and committed to hard work. In my personal opinion, he is. But the back injury will be forever obstacle. That's not necessarily true, because Rublev had back issues at the start of his career, and he got over it. So I don't think that's 100% true, that if you have a back injury at a young age, that it's always going to be an issue. But then there's other cases where it could, yeah, for sure. But it's not always like back problems, young age equals never get over it. Tsitsipas is finding form recently. Yeah, he just won a title. Stop glazing him like he's Federer, though. All right? Can you stop doing that? Stop glazing Tsitsipas like he's Federer. See, that's how I feel. What time is it on where you are, Cam? It's 1:30 in the morning, and I'm tired. But I found this at a thrift store, so... So, I mean, it's not all bad. A stress-free Eala win, please. Well, so far, so good. Well, 4-1. Fernandez did have a chance to break back. Had a break point in that game, but... Again, not a break, so it's still 4-1 for Eala. Nice serve from Fernandez. Fernandez just got broke first game. That's the only difference. She played well in the last service game, and that was a great serve out wide. Serve. Into the forehand of Eala. Return to the forehand of Fernandez. Fernandez puts it away. That's a great play. All right, 30 love. I had back issues at 16 and lasted 3 decades until I found the right doctor. I guess the players have the right doctors. Well, yeah, I mean, the players have the resources, right? But also they have the recommendations of other doctors, you know. So they have a lot more connections so that they can go to the right doctors at, you know, or go to the doctors that have worked on other players and help them, you know. So they have that benefit. As that goes down the line from Eala. How does Eala always hit the line? Hawkeye, explain. As that goes out by Fernandez, 30-15. Eala just has the knack of hitting the line on every shot. Like, she never misses. She either misses by, like, if she misses, she misses. But she never misses those close calls. It's always in when Eala hits it close to the line. She just has enough spin on the ball that it drops. Also, wind just picked up as well. 30-15. As Fernandez serves a fault, second serve. My predictions, Eala at 3. I think WTA is more interested than ATP. Currently, yeah. Because there's more depth. Return goes in the back of Fernandez. Fernandez missed that one wide. 30-0. 30-0. Why didn't they show the replay when Eala hit the line? They show the replay when Fernandez hits it out. Winner of this will play either Svitolina or Kudermetova, who are playing tomorrow. So the winner of this will get a day off. But we don't know their opponent yet. First serve's a fault, second serve. Second serve is a let. Those bandages are preventative measures. I said this yesterday. I don't think so. 30-0. Maybe preventing it getting worse, but there's a problem. Like, she wouldn't have a bandage for fun. As Fernandez is the winner 40-30. We talked about this at length yesterday. She might be wearing it as a preventative measure for her arm to not get worse, but she wouldn't be wearing like, I haven't seen any players wear a patch on their arm like that. So there's got to be a problem. Like, obviously not bad enough that she can't play, but there's got to be enough discomfort that she has to get bandaged. As with a backhand rally, slicing it by Eala, and Fernandez holds. Still, there's the one break for Eala, 4-2. Why do they have to meet in the second round? Because Eala's unseeded here. That's why. That is why. Death, taxes, and Cam picking Eala in 3. Yeah, but is he wrong, though? But does he get it wrong? But is he wrong, though? Y'all make fun of me for picking Eala. But I'm the one who laughs last. Most of the time, because she wins more than she loses. I mean, I think I'm 75% picking Eala this year because she's won 75% of her matches. As that goes out. Actually, and I picked against her a couple of times where, like, Raducanu beat her and who else? I think maybe Noskova. So, I mean, I'm doing all right. If she played Djokovic, I'd have to probably, maybe reconsider Eala in 3, but, Cam follows the fandom? Yeah. Yes. You know me. It's Eala talk with Cam. As that goes to the net by Fernandez, 30 love. Yeah, we don't watch anybody else. When she lost at Wimbledon, we stopped watching Wimbledon. $30, love. You never pick against her. Yes, I do. What are you talking about? I picked against her at, like I said, I picked Rebecca. And I think I picked Noskova when she played, I can't remember when that was. 30, love. Tough crowd, yeah. Shut up, chat. It's got 4-4 rally. And then Eala hits a winner, 40, love. I didn't come here to be bullied. Shut the hell up. Get out of here. By the way, Eala's winning and I picked her. Oh, I should have picked against her because I like being wrong. Like, shut up. Shut the hell up. 40, love. You always pick Eala. Okay. So I'm always right. Shut up. Stop judging me. 40, love. Where's Deb? Is Deb here? Save me, Deb. As a backhand return goes a forehand of Eala. Backhand now from Fernandez goes wide. 5 to Eala. All right, this match is flying. This match is flying along. All right, 5-2. Why is your mug Captain America? I don't know, because I found it at a thrift store and it's great. Maybe the Fernandez didn't realize there are many Filipino tennis fans. No, why? I mean, I think she does. I think Fernandez knows. Always right 75% of the time. Yeah. 75% is a good. That's a good percentage. 75? Are you kidding me? Good analysis, you might be right. Who would have thought that maybe, what do you think 312,000 people follow this channel because I'm wrong? Come on. Maybe I know something. Maybe I know tennis. Nah. You're all here because I'm an idiot. Cam's always right even if he's wrong. Thank you. That's not like it. Six three Eala for the win. Yeah, it's looking that way at the moment. Fernandez has to hold here. She's got to serve first in the second. She doesn't have a big serve, Fernandez, but she needs that scoreboard pressure. We saw that yesterday with Zhang, that every set Eala was serving first. Cam is a coach. Yeah, I'm a certified Tennis Australia certified tennis coach. I didn't study for that for no reason. Anyways, 27 minutes. Fernandez serving to stay in the set. He's going to forehand out of the forehand of Eala. Forehand for Fernandez. He's a winner. Beautiful shot. I tell you, it was just that first game that Fernandez was a little sloppy and Eala came out strong. And that's been the difference. Fernandez has been pretty good since then. Uh, 15 love. That's a fault. Second serve. Oh, double fault. 15-all. Very important question. What's your greatest tennis achievement in tennis? This channel. My greatest achievement in life is my architecture degree. And this channel is up there with my greatest tennis achievements. All right, nice serve, Fernandez, 30-15. Also, that one time that I almost qualified for the Australian Open. But then that fucking knee injury. God. Chad, if I didn't trip over that banana peel and blow out my knee. Could have been me, chat. Could have been me. 30-15. As with a serve. Here's a fault second serve. As a return from Eala goes in the corner. Fernandez. Fernandez missed it wide. 30-all. 30-all. Chance for Eala to get this set here. 30-all. I'm going to fault second serve. Second serve. As the backhand return goes in the backhand, Fernandez. Backhand now from Eala at the corner. Fernandez. Fernandez in the net. Set point for Eala. 30-40. 30-40. Set point for Alex Eala. And it's been like that. It has been like that. 30-40. Nice serve. I think Eala was thinking it was going to fault, but there was no call. We get the deuce. Dude, you're an architect. That's awesome. So are you into classical or modern structures? What are we talking? Like, what's the cutoff? I love Art Deco. Is that classic or is that modern? That's sort of in like, depends. I mean, how far we've gone back? Are we talking about like classic in like hundreds of years ago? I guess Art Deco is modern, right? Modern-ish. 100 years is not that far back. All right, second serve. Into the forehand of Eala. Backing up the line from Fernandez. The forehand of Eala is Fernandez. Forehand goes wide. Eala with another break point. Advantage Eala. To the person asking why I'm so good looking, can you stop? Because I'm married and I don't appreciate you spamming in the chat. So, all right, advantage Eala. Art Deco is considered modern? Well, yeah. So modern. All right, advantage Eala. You like the Renaissance? Yeah, it's not bad. Is it a corner from Fernandez in there? There it is. I tell you what, that is a bad way to lose the set for Fernandez. She has to serve first. I mean, we saw what happened in that set where Eala was off to a good start. I mean, you got to put scoreboard pressure on Eala, and that's not going to happen in the second set unless she breaks first game. But good first set for Eala. Just caught Fernandez off to a bit of a slow start and then ran away. All right. Just look at his background. Pretty much didn't apply that major. Why don't you shut the hell up? All right, 8 winners. You shut up. You don't judge my background. You wish you had all these shirts. 8 winners, 14 errors from Fernandez. 2 winners, 4 errors from Eala. Eala didn't do much in that set. I mean, she only hit 2 winners and 4 errors. Fernandez was the one trying to make the play and wasn't working. So, interesting. Eala served very well, though. That was the difference. She served well. She didn't give away any points as well. So, forcing Fernandez to have to be the bigger hitter. Bro coming out here judging my background. Get the hell out of here. All right. Is Eala better on grass or concrete court? Both. I mean, grass has been her standout, at least this season. But she can play on hard courts. I mean, remember what happened in February? She was on a run. In Feb, she was great in February. You know, she had some really big wins. Cam getting rage bait is the funniest thing ever. Well, that's what we're here for. We're here to have fun. We're here to have a laugh. But don't judge my background. I worked very hard on this. I curated this background with the couch and all of the things on the walls. I just smell jealousy from that guy. You wish you had my couch. Why are people so judgmental? It's the internet. They're anonymously judgmental because they wouldn't say it to my face. None of these people would come up to my face and be like, "Hey, by the way, your architecture degree went to waste and you can't design a room," because they'd get slapped. They'd be nice to me in person. That's the internet. You can all be cruel and anonymous. All right, backhand from Fernandez into the forehand of Eala. Fernandez got to get off to a good start. I feel like Fernandez has to break in this first game to make this interesting. Love 15. When are you going to a wedding again? So we can see you in a suit. Hopefully never. Weddings are stressful. I'm good. I don't want to go to a wedding. I'm good. No weddings, please. Second serve, Eala. Into the back of Fernandez. Eala with the forehand into the forehand of Fernandez. Fernandez hits it wide. Again, Eala's just bullying Fernandez on the baseline. Uh, 15-0. As the return goes into the backhand of Eala, backhand of Fernandez, into the forehand of Eala. Fernandez shanks it, but it goes wide. I tell you, Eala just hits the ball deep as well. The depth of her shot is so tough to compete against. Like I said, she's just suffocating. Like Eala is not, like she just doesn't give you a chance. She hits the ball too deep for you to attack. And then when you do attack, you miss. And then she doesn't miss as Eala gets a 40-15. Like, just so frustrating for someone like Fernandez to play today. I know Fernandez beat her in Stuttgart, but the difference with Clay is that Clay slows the ball down. So Eala's shots, right, are not going to be as effective because they slow down. It gives time for her opponents. When she's playing on the grass, or when she's playing on this surface, you know, obviously hard courts are different, you know, between slow and fast. As we get a lovely passing shot from Fernandez, 40-30. If the courts are quick, Eala's shots just zip through the courts and take the time away from her opponents. Super frustrating for anybody who plays Eala. Unless you have a big shot to bully her, or you're Palini. Palini's the only one that's been able to crack the code. Good serving. And it's first game of the second set. 1-love Eala. Svitolina is praying for an Eala loss. I don't think so. I think Svitolina would be up for the challenge. Leylah has many errors. Yeah, she's making a lot of errors. But Fernandez, you got to remember that Eala's making that happen too, right? She's forcing those errors from Eala. Where's Mia? Mia's on vacation. All right, here we go. Fernandez to serve. 1-love Eala in the second. There's a bit of fault from Fernandez. Second serve. As a return from Eala, great shot. Fernandez sliced it back. Eala sliced cross court, and then Fernandez in the net with a slice. I tell you, it just... And this is the thing, chat. I mean, look, I don't want to burst the bubbles of anybody, but right now, Eala is in the best form of her career. Like right now, this is as like peak Eala. She obviously is not. I don't think this is like her peak ever. She's going to get better. You know, the way that she's been playing confidence-wise, she's probably going to get closer to top 20 and top 10. You know, eventually. But we're watching peak Eala right now. The second she lost on the clay at the French, from that time to now, Eala has been on an absolute tear. She is best form of her career, she's having the best results of her career. You know, making a fourth round of a slam for the first time, you know, winning a challenger, getting some of the biggest wins of her career, you know, beating Raducanu, Svitolina on the grass. Very impressive. Like, that's what Eala is riding high on the confidence right now. She is playing the best she has ever played. Unlike Stuttgart, when Fernandez and Eala played and Eala got beaten pretty badly. That was a different time. This Eala is ridiculous. You know, like, she should be feared. And it's not going to last forever, right? We know that, you know, the season goes like this, right? But at the moment, Eala is peaking. 30-15. As a return from Eala goes in the forehand of Fernandez. Eala backhand. Into the forehand of Fernandez. Eala with the forehand again. Fernandez goes into that Eala backhand. Fernandez forehand again. Into the backhand of Eala slice. Fernandez comes in with the drive volley. Missed it. Oh, man. Fernandez played a good point. But just missed the forehand. Which probably should have left that. It looked like it was going... I mean, it was going to hit the line. Eala hits the line every time. But it looked like it was going wide. All right, 30-0. Fernandez serves. Fault. Second serve. The forehand of Eala. Forehand of Fernandez. Eala slices it back. But it goes long, and Fernandez gets a 40-30. $40-30. Serving to the back of Eala. Good return to the back of Fernandez. Eala backhand again. The back of Fernandez. Into the forehand of Eala. As Fernandez forehand down the middle into the net. Another error by Leylah. Back to deuce. Another game. Another deuce. To be honest, I thought Fernandez would be more competitive. But Eala's doing so well. Yeah, I mean, that's just how Eala is right now. She's just playing so well. That the only way to beat Eala at this stage is either she gets to a moment like at the French at Wimbledon fourth round where it was like, you know, where it was such a big moment that experience won the day. I would put Paolini's experience won the match against Eala at Wimbledon, right? Eala hadn't been to that stage before. She'd just beaten Swiatek at a slam, which, you know, was a big slam win, blah, blah, blah. But as Fernandez just missed it wide, and it's advantage Eala. But unless you've got the power of a big serve like a Mertens or a Noskova, even Zhang yesterday, right? We saw that her power was troubling Eala. You've either got to get Eala in a big moment, like maybe the final, where she might get a little bit nervous, or you've got to overpower her. That's the only way you can beat her. If you're playing Eala and you don't have a weapon, you're playing in the second round, this is what's going to happen, right? As a return from Eala, goes long and Fernandez gets the deuce. At least that's what we're basing it on, like in the last, or if you play her on clay. But, you know, since the French, you look at all her results, you know, who's beaten her, right? She hasn't been losing to just anybody, right? All right, Fernandez has to hold here to keep this thing going. I mean, she lost to Jovic at Queen's Club. She lost to Noskova and Mertens and then Paolini, right? So Noskova, Mertens overpowered her. Jovic just has that confidence over her. And also Jovic hits a pretty big ball. You know, bigger hitter than Paolini. Is that goes, sorry, bigger hitter than Fernandez. Is that goes the net from Eala and it's advantage Fernandez. And then Paolini, again, I'd put that down to experience. I think that fourth round, you know, the expectation, because you got to remember as well, she beats Swiatek, who's the defending champion, and then the whole world, you know, the whole world go, well, you can beat Paolini then, right? So there's that expectation of like, well, you should be able to beat Paolini then. And she nearly did. I mean, look, the third set was competitive up until 4-3, and then she got broken, and then that was it. But if you're not a big hitter, you better hope Eala gets nervous, because you're not going to be able to beat her shot for shot. Which is going to be interesting if she does play Svitolina in the quarters. Because that, you know, Svitolina doesn't have a big weapon. But the quarterfinals of a 500, Eala's not going to be as nervous as if it was the final, right? Because she's been to big semis and big quarters before. So, yeah, that'd be really interesting. And plus, the fact that Eala beat her in the first match they played a weeks ago, right? You know, Svitolina's got to figure it out. As Fernandez in the net, another error. Deuce. Eala loses to top 11 to 20s. Well, yeah, there's that meme as well. But lucky for her, Svitolina's in the top 10. So she should beat her. She should beat her based on that. Top 10 players are no problem for Eala. By the way, chat, we're almost at 1,000 likes. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. As Fernandez back to deuce. Fernandez serves again. Into the front of Eala. Return goes long. It's advantage Fernandez. Advantage Fernandez. As Fernandez serves a fault, second serve. Seven in front of Eala. Good return back in Fernandez. Eala backing up the line. Fernandez gets it back, but hits in the net. Back to deuce. And again, Fernandez just unable to get in the rallies. And Fernandez just bouncing the racket. She is starting to feel that that frustration. And that's the thing. Eala is frustrating to play. You know, she doesn't give you any free points, but then it's so hard to win points against her unless you have a big serve or, you know, you're able to bully her. Good serve that time from Fernandez. Advantage. No advantage. Fernandez. And she says another fault. Fernandez, second serve. Well, someone's talking about live rankings that Eala's ranking didn't change. That's probably because last year she had points that she needed defenders with a double fault from Fernandez. Deuce. So if Eala does win this match, she'll still be 28 in the world because Navarro and Potapova are still in the draw. But she will start to look, it's really hard. I think people, people that are new to tennis maybe don't understand. Getting from number 100 to number 50 is a lot easier than getting from number 50 to 30 and from 30 to 20. Like, going from 30 to 20 is, like, it is tough. There's not, like, the gap between players are not 10 points, it's 100 points, right? So if you're going to get into the top 20, Eala needs to win this tournament to get to the top 20, right? She needs to win a 500. So there's a big difference between 30 and 20. Whereas between 50, it felt like Eala had a much easier ride going from 50 to 30, right? And she's kind of frozen at 30 at the moment, or 28. But she's still 500 points. She has to win this title to be and that might not even guarantee. It depends on Kalinskaya. Kalinskaya, if she makes the final and plays Eala and Eala wins, Eala's still going to be 21 in the world. As Fernandez holds 1-1. So yeah, and then going from 20 to 10 is another massive step where you've got to win. I mean, you got to win a Grand Slam. If you're number 20 in the world, right? Kalinskaya, 2,000 points, right? 2,000 points gets you in the top 20, usually. Some, not always, but most. If you get 2,000 points, that's top 20, minimum. If you want to be top 10 right now in the WTA, you're going to have 4,000 points. 4,300 points. So from Kalinskaya at 20 to Svitolina at 10, that's more than a Grand Slam worth of points between them. That's huge. It's a huge gap. So, yeah, it's really hard to get, to close from 30 to 20 to 20 to 10 is really tough. And then obviously going within the top 10. I mean, in the top 10, everybody in the top 10, I think, is a current Masters holder, right? I think everybody in the top 10 either has a Grand Slam or a 1,000 under their belt. I'm just trying to think. Swiatek, has she won a 1,000? Yeah, she won Cincinnati, right? So Svitolina's got a 1,000, and Nisimova's got a 1,000 from last year. Noskova won Wimbledon. Mukova's got a 1,000. Andreeva won the French. Gauff won a 1,000 last year, right? She's held, and so did Pegula this year. And then Raducanu and Sabalenka are defending champions of Grand Slam. So if you want to be in the top 10, and it's funny because Mboko and Kostyuk are 11 and 12, and they both have 1,000s as well. Mboko obviously has a 1,000 from Canada, which she's not going to be able to defend. But, I mean, if you want to be you have to win a 1,000 to be top 10, at minimum at this stage, for the ladies. Which is crazy. Stop yapping. Bro, I'm educating you. Listen, take notes. It's going to be on the exam. Jose out here telling me to do my job. Why don't you pay attention? I'm giving you some fucking gems, mate. I'm dropping gems. You can go to work and tell people that you will look smart. Love 30, by the way. As a return goes into the backhand of Eala. Eala hits that out. Love 40. See, look, Jose he got all aggressive, and now Eala's losing. So thanks a lot, Jose. Jeez, mate. Thank you. Thanks for being so friendly. All right, love 40. Best chance Fernandez has had. She's had one break point before this. Now she's got 3 in a row. But remember, it was love 40 yesterday twice, and Zhang wasn't able to break. She was on the second time, but it wasn't easy. All right, love 40. Love 40. Second serve in the forehand of Fernandez. Return goes to the forehand of Eala. Fernandez backhand. Into the backhand of Eala. Fernandez with the backhand up the middle goes long. It's 15-40. And see, this is the thing. We found this out yesterday with Zhang. If you've got love 40 Eala and you've got a second serve, you've got to win that point. Because if you don't win that first point, Eala's going to get to deuce all of a sudden. Like, you got to take the first break point you get against Eala. You got to take your chances. She does not, even though it's still 15-40, it feels bad, but like, you got to break here. Like, this is probably the match for Fernandez. If she doesn't break here. As the return goes into the forehand of Eala, Fernandez with a forehand to the back of Eala. As Fernandez with a slice, drop shot. It's going to go wide. Not a bad idea, but Eala's quick. 30-40. 30-40. And now it doesn't feel like she has a lead. 30-40. Still break point Fernandez, but This is scripted? Okay. 30-40. All right, fault. This is Fernandez's chance. Second serve, Eala. Into the forehand, Fernandez. Return into the forehand of Eala. To the backhand slice, Fernandez. Eala on the attack. Comes in. Fernandez pass goes wide. And Eala gets the deuce. Eala gets the deuce. We saw this yesterday. This happens. See, Eala, yeah, this is so much like Rafa. And I'm not saying that Eala's Rafa, but she has that mentality of love 40 doesn't feel like she starts to play better, which is what Rafa used to do when he was down break points. He'd then play the best points of the day when he was down. Eala has a knack of doing that too. That like when she needs to play aggressive and amazing, she does. And Fernandez puts away the forehand. That's a great shot. Advantage Fernandez. She has to take this break, Fernandez, here. No, I wouldn't call her female Rafa. That's a bit far. But just saying she just has that. She just has that that mentality, like that, just that fearlessness to go for it when she's down. You know, she doesn't play safe when she's down break point. As a return, goes in the forehand of Eala. Fernandez on the attack. She's got a chance here, Fernandez. Forehand to forehand rally. As Eala takes back the point, goes down the middle. Backhand out from Fernandez. As Eala with the backhand on the stretch. Fernandez. Backhand to the middle again. As Eala forehand again in the back of Fernandez. Eala forehand on the stretch. Fernandez hits it up the line for a winner. She needed that, Fernandez. If she doesn't win that game after being up love 40, it feels like Eala would have broken straight away and it could have been 3-1 and this match would have been pretty much over. Fernandez gets it. She has the break in the second. All right. Doesn't feel like she is in control though, Fernandez. This is not far from... she could get broken straight away. I think there is a version of female Rafa. It was Swiatek 2022. Yeah, that was... What a time to be alive. To watch Swiatek in 2022. That was amazing. I love that. That was so good. All right. Fernandez breaks. Eala's mental toughness is top tier. Oh, yeah. For sure. Where is Swiatek now? All right, well, don't do that. Leave Swiatek alone. Just because she's not playing as well as she did in 22 doesn't mean we can take away from 22. People still talk about, you know, Roger 2006, all right? So, but where's he now? Nobody asked that because it was a great time to be alive. All right? Don't take anything away from Swiatek. Leave her alone. All right. Fernandez breaks, but it's not a break unless you hold. Doesn't feel like the break has changed anything. As with a forehand in the net from Fernandez, love for 15. This is the most important game now for Fernandez because she doesn't. It doesn't feel like she's in control. Like this match is up for grabs. Love 15. Are we going 3 sets? I don't know. 2022 was only possible because Barty retired. Shut up. Love 15. As with a fault. Second serve. What part of be nice do you not understand? How to disrespect Swiatek? Leave her alone. As a return goes in the backhand slice off Fernandez. Backhand now from Eala. There's a drop shot. Fernandez gets there. But no, it's not up, okay? She didn't get there. Love 30. Love 30. Love 30. As Fernandez serves again. Into the back of Eala. Return goes into the forehand of Fernandez. Eala shanks the forehand. Goes in. But then Fernandez puts away the backhand. That's a good shot. That's a tough shot because that ball was going all over the place off the racket. And that could have easily been a miss by Fernandez, but great backhand. Winner of this match will play either Svitolina or Kudermetova, who are playing tomorrow. Uh, 15:30. As we get an ace, 30-0. Chat, we're almost at 1,000 likes. Come on now. Come on now. 30-0. Serve again. Into the back of Eala. Return. Goes long. 40-30. 40-30. I'll tell you this, chat. I want to give some more credit to Eala. She has been, and I'm really worried. I'm not really worried because she seems to handle it really well. But I tell you, she has been thrown into the spotlight and she's been doing so many meet and greets, interviews, social media segments. Like everybody wants a piece of Eala, right? Interviews. As we had a forehand there from Fernandez, we had to do. She has been doing so many off-court. What are they called? What are they called? What's the word? So many off-court like side quests, right? She went to the Philippines at a whole like homecoming tour, right? Last week or 2 weeks ago. Every single, WTA, every single tournament is making, appearances. That's it, appearances. Yeah, she's got so many commitments, engagements. Yeah. All those words. She's doing, obligations. Doing interviews with every single podcast, which there's a lot of podcasts. If you don't know, there's a lot of tennis podcasts. Too many. Everybody and their dog has a podcast about tennis. There's been a forehand now goes long by Fernandez. But saying all that, it doesn't seem to be affecting her on court. She doesn't seem to be wearing herself out with all those extra side quests. She still comes out on court and has been delivering. Now, has that got is she going to, eventually burn out from it? I don't know. But I see her like she's doing all these fucking things. She's doing all these things, meet and greets and interviews and all this shit. Yet she still comes out on court and wins, And I'm talking about like she does, like I'm seeing her do way more things than like even Sabalenka. And like Sabalenka's doing photo shoots and stuff, but like it feels like she's doing way more like promotion, like PR stuff. As with a backhand rally. Fernandez backhand again to the backhand of Eala on the stretch. Fernandez forehand inside out winner. Beautiful shot, deuce. But it's not like she doesn't come out on court and look like that is a problem. Like it's not affecting her, which is great. So credit to her for that because she didn't ask for any of this. Also, she doesn't have to do any of that. She could say, no, I don't want to do that. I want to focus on my game. But like she's been on this like whole promotional tour for like weeks. Yet she doesn't seem to let it affect her game. There's a bit of forehand from Eala into the backhand of Fernandez. Eala backhand goes long and it's advantage Fernandez. So yeah, she deserves some credit for that because I know people are like, oh, she's, Eala's all over my social media and she's all over, like I see her all the time, right? But maybe she got to do those things. Like, she's got to film those videos. She's got to do those interviews. She's got to meet those people. And then she's got to go play the game that is the reason why they're talking to her in the first place, right? I mean, the reason she's here is tennis. It's not because she was a celebrity and then she played tennis. There's a 400 from Fernandez. That's a great shot. But Eala gets it back. Fernandez volleys. And Fernandez holds. I tell you, Leylah in the last 2 games, very good. Not easy, but good. She's kept the break and it's 3-1. Maybe it's because she's very articulate and that's why the media likes her. I think that's part of it, yeah. 3-1 Fernandez. She's fought her way to this lead. Eala to serve. Here's a fault, second serve. Eala says she's not burdened by all the attention and expectations. That's good. As the return goes in the back end of Eala, Eala hits a wide, love 15. Yeah. Love 15. Maybe they have media training at the Nadal Academy. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Love 15. As the backhand slice from Fernandez. Goes to the front of Eala. Fernandez, forehand pass. Volley, Eala goes wide. Love 30. Chance for a double break, potentially, for Fernandez here. But here's the thing, right? And I'm not saying you guys are going to do this because you guys are obviously fans of Eala. The hard part for Eala is going to be when the good times slow down. So when she doesn't win, she's not on a winning streak. When she's not playing as well, and there's that, same thing that happened to Raducanu, right? Where when she was doing well, but when it's going to be the backlash because there's a lot of people out there, and I know that it happens because every time she loses, those people come out of the shadows. But there's going to be a time, who knows, this year, next year, whenever it is, where she will inevitably have a losing streak, right? She'll lose 3 matches in a row. She'll not win the matches we all think that she should. And that's going to be interesting to see when the podcasts aren't calling, when they don't want to talk to you when you're losing, right? As Eala hits a winner 30-all. When the WTA don't want to put you in the segment because you're not winning. Not that that's going to affect. I don't think she really gives a shit about that, but she hasn't dealt with that yet, which every player has to, right? I mean, look at Sabalenka, look at Gauff, look at Swiatek, Raducanu, like I said, Raducanu. You lose a couple matches in a row. It's going to be interesting to see how she deals with that side of the game because that happens to everybody. Happens to Nadal, happens to Djokovic, happens to Federer, happens to Serena. Like, that's going to be... And I don't think she'll be bothered by it. I don't think it's going to be that big of a problem. But, that's... Because it will happen. She will... It happen. Everyone goes on a bit of a losing streak. No one wins every match. Because right now, like I said, she's peaked. She's peaking right now. Right, this is like the best ever. It happened to her on the clay a little bit for sure, but you can put that down to being on clay. But if it happens if she loses a couple of matches in a row, 3 or 4 matches in a row on hard courts, like at the end of last year, that happened at the end of last year, and she, even at the start, and then she got to Auckland and did well this year, right? And I think she's got a good enough head on her shoulders that I don't think it's going to be a big problem if it does happen, but she doesn't seem like, I don't think she's going to completely crumble when that eventually happens. But it will be interesting to see her on-court, her reaction on court when that happens. As that goes in the net by Eala. We're going to double break for Fernandez. Hang on. 4-1 Fernandez. What? Okay. All right. All of a sudden, Fernandez has got the double break. Doesn't feel like she's... Doesn't feel like Fernandez is... I mean, she's worked hard for this, but it doesn't feel like she's really playing that much better. But hey. All right. All right. 4-1. Yeah, all seems to be struggling now. I'll be honest, that last game was a bad game, but when she got broken the first game, when Eala got broken the first time in this set, it didn't, I mean, she was down like 40 and then she fought back, but then she got broken. And then she almost broke straight back. So, like, that last game was a shocking game. That was probably the worst game she's played all day. But, I don't know, it doesn't feel like Fernandez is dominating like a 4-1. That doesn't feel like that. Eala's making more errors. The first set, by the way, Eala made 4 errors and hit 2 winners. So she wasn't like... She didn't completely dominate the first set. She just didn't give away any free points. Giving away a few more free points now. Maybe because she's... You know, we didn't talk about this at the start of the match. She did play a 2.5 hour match yesterday. Maybe there's a little bit of fatigue setting in. Eala doesn't usually, fade away, but Fernandez didn't play yesterday. She played an easy first round and she didn't play much yesterday. So maybe there is a little bit of, maybe Eala is fatiguing a little bit. But she's got the...
Let's go, Alex!
Anyway. Hey, thank you, Ian, for the $4. Shubham.
Let's not forget Fernandez has been known to fight back. That match against Rybakina in this same tournament last year is still fresh on my mind.
Yeah, true. Thank you for the 2. 30 love Fernandez. And look, Eala wins the first set. She can take the second set off anyway. She just has to make sure that when she gets to the third that she picks up the energy again. All right, 30 love. Fernandez is growing in confidence. Oh, Fernandez played doubles yesterday? Okay, well, that doesn't count. As Fernandez hits a lovely slice backhand winner, 40 love. 40 love. $40 love. Return from Eala goes short. And Fernandez misses it. 40-15. Bad miss by Fernandez. 40-15. Fernandez got a 5-1 in the second. The good thing for Eala is that this match is going quick. So even if she is feeling a little bit worse for wear in the second set, she can recover, and it's only been just over an hour, right? So as a return, goes in the corner. Fernandez back in from Eala up the line. That's a great shot. 40-30. This is the thing, chat. The thing with Eala, right, is if you're down or up 40 love on her, like if you're love 40 up on her serve, or you're 40 love on your serve, and you lose that first point, it's 40-15, and then Eala goes after it at 40-15, and then all of a sudden it's 40-30, and now you're feeling the pressure. Like, she just has a knack of doing that, at least in the last couple of days. Like, that 40 love was great for, like, 10 seconds, and then now it's 40-30, and you've got the pressure. Oh, Eala just missed that return. That goes in, it's deuce. I mean, Eala can put the pressure on real quick, even from a 40 love. Anyways, 5-1. 5-1 Fernandez in the second. Eala serving to stay in the set. What's the camera angle? Thank you. Finally, somebody agrees with me. Shitty, isn't it? Such a stupid, dumb, stupid courtside camera. It's worse because it's like on an angle and it cuts off half the court. Not half, a quarter of the court. You can't see one of the corners. It's shit. Terrible camera angle. Get that out of here. All right. Return from Fernandez in the net. 15 love. I'd say a massive bonus for Fernandez if she can break here to win this set and serve first in the third. Bye-bye, Miss Eala. Well, if she loses this set, we've still got a third set. So, I mean, she's not done yet. Am I feeling cold? I am so frosty. Just because of that handshake yesterday between Zheng and Eala, I'm still feeling it. It's icy. That was one of the best handshakes of the year. Oh, that was good. That handshake was so cold. I loved it. First serve's a fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Fernandez. Return goes back to Eala. Fernandez backhand. Into the forehand of Eala. Cross court and wide by Eala. 15-all. 15-all. Serve again. Great serve down the tee from Eala. Return goes into the forehand of Eala, and Eala hits it long. Eala's footwork is a little bit slower now. 15-30. You can tell that she's not moving as well as she was. That was a decent return from Fernandez, but Eala just couldn't get her feet out of the way to get to that shot. 15-30. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Fernandez. Return goes in the forehand of Eala. Fernandez backhand. Open court is wide. Fernandez had the shot there. 30-all. She just pushed it wide. 30-all. 30-all. There's a bit of fault from Eala. Second serve. Oh, pardon me. All right, serving to the forehand of Fernandez. Return the forehand of Eala. Fernandez again to the forehand of Eala. It's Fernandez forehand up the line. Eala on the attack as Fernandez forehand again. To the back of Eala. Fernandez forehand again. Goes wide. And Eala gets to 40-30. 40-30. By the way, we've got Citi Pass taking on Demonor after this. (40-30). Serving to the backhand of Fernandez. Sliced into the backhand of Eala. Fernandez forehand to the forehand of Eala. There's Fernandez backhand sliced in the net. All right, 5-2. Eala holds. But Fernandez is going to serve for the set. Will you watch Demonor after 3 sets or as soon as it starts? Demonor will happen after this match. So I don't know when that will be. Whenever this match ends, Demonor will start. Eala will definitely come back if she wins this point. Okay. Well, John Marcus just said that Eala's coming back. So there you go, chat. Write that down. Write that down. Write that down. Somebody write that down. What? Good that Eala at least got 2 sets unless she breaks. Okay. All right. Can Fernandez win the set on her first attempt of serving for it? Now, Eala's going to serve first in the third at this stage, which may or may not make a difference. I wonder how many people in this chat are here because they love tennis or because they have a bet on. I think more people are here because of the love of the game than gambling, is what I would say. All right. Fernandez serving for the set. And she says, I should just put this here. Maybe I should put it on that chair. No, because that would scare me. I forget it was there. All right. 5-2. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Serving to the front of Eala. Great return winner. Love 15. This is the thing, too, that Eala can come back from 5-1 down. 1-5 means nothing. Eala can always come back from this. So Fernandez hasn't won this set at all yet. This set is not over yet. Serve. Into the front of Eala. Forehand from Fernandez. Up the middle. Eala back on the stretch. Fernandez. Forehand again in the back of Eala. Into the back of Fernandez. Fernandez misses it wide. Love 30. I'll tell you, chat. This second set has been ugly. This does not feel like a quality second set. That's probably why it's so shocking that Fernandez up 5-2, because it hasn't felt like she's playing well, but Eala's also not playing well, so it doesn't feel like anybody, like, it just feels, it's just such an ugly set. Love 30. We're going to fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the back end of Eala. Return goes to the back of Fernandez. Eala wins the point. Fernandez hits it out. Love 40. Both of them are not their best. Yeah. At least in the first set, Eala was playing really well. Or was like playing solid. Fernandez wasn't playing great in the first set. But this set, Fernandez hasn't played any better. It's just Eala's playing worse. So that's why it feels like this second set, the quality of this second set, is way down from the first set. The first set, at least Eala was playing well in the first set. Now it's like whoever can make less errors will win. It's not about hitting winners in this match right now. All right. Tell you, Fernandez in big trouble here because we know the momentum of Eala. She can run through matches real quick. We saw that yesterday. All right, love 30. I love 40. A fault from Fernandez, second serve. Second serve into the forehand of Eala. Return goes to forehand of Fernandez, and she puts that away. Nice play by Fernandez. 15-40. $15.40. You look sleepy? Yeah, it's 2 a.m. As Fernandez says a fault, second serve. Second serve. Double fault, break back. All right. Eala gets one break back. But Fernandez still has a 5-3 lead. By the way, chat, we already talked about like Fernandez being like half Filipino, and we already talked about this. Why are we going back in circles? We're going back to why are people debating who's who? Like, let's relax. We already did this at the start of the match. Let's move on. Come on. How do we get back to this? I feel like we're going around in circles. All right. Eala serving to stay in the set again. All right, serve. Into the forehand of Fernandez. Return the back of Eala. Up the line to the forehand of Fernandez. Fernandez in the net. Love 15. And the thing with Fernandez is she doesn't have a big serve that's going to get her, win her an easy game. She's going to have to fight for this set if she doesn't break here. Like, Fernandez is going to have to earn this set. And again, just like at Love 40, at 5-1 down, Eala starts to play the better tennis. Like, she starts to put pressure on, and you're like, okay. Like, you have to, we said this yesterday. We saw that with Zheng. You have to beat Eala. Even if you think you're up 5-1 and you think, oh, yeah, well, I'm going to win now because I'm up 5-1. No, she doesn't give away leads, or she doesn't give away sets, right? You have to win that set. You have to win at 5-1. You have to break her. You have to hold, right? Eala is not going to give this set to Fernandez. She's going to have to win it. She's going to have to earn it. As a backhand return for Fernandez, goes back into Eala. Fernandez backhand to backhand with Eala. As Fernandez backhand again, the slice of Eala. Fernandez forehand goes up the line. Eala backhand cross court. Fernandez. Backhand goes long. 30 love. And the crowd's starting to get loud for Eala. Found their voice again. All right. Fernandez' dad trying to give us some advice. 30 love. Serving the back end of Fernandez. Return goes short. The other forehand cross court. Fernandez passing shot winner. Beautiful shot. 30-15. Crowd's pro Eala. I think the crowd's pretty split. I don't think they're... Because there's been a lot of cheering for Fernandez in this set. I think it might be one of those situations where if you're a neutral fan, you're going for Fernandez because Eala's got enough people going for her. So I feel like the crowd's been pretty split. But yeah, Eala's got a lot of her fans, but I think the people that are not supporting, like they don't have a horse in the race, they're going maybe for Fernandez. Probably in this set so that we get a 3-setter, right? They want their money's worth, but it didn't feel like that it's like 90% Eala. It feels pretty split. Yeah, a lot of Leylah fans. Obviously, she's the defending champion as well, so there's probably some people from last year that remember her. All right, 30-all. I'll tell you, this would be a bonus prize if if Fernandez wins this set by a break. As the return goes in the back of Eala, Fernandez backhand into the back of Eala. Now to the forehand of Fernandez. Eala, forehand goes into the forehand of Fernandez. Fernandez in the net. Oh, bad error. She knows it too, Leylah. That was a poor shot. Just a neutral, nothing error. And she shakes her head. She's like, yeah, that was a bad miss. 40-30. 40-30. Eala serves. Another fault. Second serve. Ooh, double fault Eala. Okay. Haven't seen that for a while. We get the deuce. Tell you, Fernandez will much rather break here to win the set than have to hold in the next game because she's already had to try and hold and she lost. And this would be so much better for Fernandez to break here as we get a backhand rally. Eala keeping the ball deep. Now Fernandez with the forehand on the stretch. Eala forehand again, the forehand of Fernandez. Eala forehand again up the line. Fernandez gets on the stretch. Eala hitting every shot. And then hits a backhand winner. Jeez, Eala just hits She makes it so awkward for you to get into a rhythm. She is a rhythm breaker. It's like Eala didn't hit 2 shots the same. Like, she's not going cross court for 4 shots and then going up the line. She's like, no, I'm going to go inside out, up the line, cross court, up the line, cross court, inside out. Like, she just doesn't hit the 2 shots the same. You're always guessing, which is why she's so successful. She's unpredictable. All right, advantage Eala. There's a backhand of Fernandez up the middle. Eala forehand cross court. Fernandez gets it back. Eala goes forehand again. The forehand Fernandez. Fernandez overhits it. All right. Eala hangs on. And Fernandez is going to have to serve to take this second set. Chat, it's going to be 7-5, isn't it? It's going to be 7-5, isn't it? We've seen this before. All right, 5-4. Fernandez. She's going to serve for the set. She's going to try and serve for the set. All right. By the way, to Mr. Donut, who is constantly complaining about people saying that Fernandez is from the Philippines or half Filipino, you're creating the problem. I see it now. Stop fighting everybody. Stop fucking fighting. You're fighting everybody. I was seeing you're the one who's complaining. Let people do what they want. You're the one fighting back. Let it go. Let it go. Now, what? I'm like, why is everyone talking about Fernandez being Filipino? Because you're replying and yelling at them, and then, no. Move on. We talked about this at the start of the match. Who's the number 1 seed? Pegula. Pegula is number 1 seed. No fighting, exactly. All right, can Fernandez take this second set with a second attempt? As with a forehand from Eala into the forehand Fernandez on the stretch. Fernandez hits it out, love 15. It's going to be 7-5, chat. We've seen this. We know what's going on. It's going to be 7-5. We know what's up. Love 15. This set's... Eala's going to win this set. All right, good serve out wide. 15-0. And Fernandez serves again. You're jinxing it. I'm not a wizard. I'm not a magician. I'm not a witch. All right. As with a let from Fernandez. Fernandez serves again. A fault. Second serve. As a return, goes in the backhand of Fernandez up the line to the front of Eala, but Fernandez backhand, cross court, Eala gets it back, it's Fernandez, backhand down the middle, Eala gets it back to the backhand of Fernandez, Eala forehand on the stretch, in comes Fernandez with the drive volley, Eala with the lob, and then Fernandez drive volley winner, that's a good shot. That was a good shot by Fernandez, 30-15. 30-15. By the way, chat, we're 4 away from 1,000 likes. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Because that's... We watch so much tennis that if you want to keep up to date with tennis and you're not subscribed, then you obviously don't like tennis. 30-15. There's been a fault, second serve. Like, I mean, if you're not subscribed at this point, do you even like tennis? All right, second serve. Into the forehand of Eala. Return the forehand of Fernandez. Eala on the attack. As Fernandez defends a backhand, but hits it long. 30-0. 30-0. This is the thing, Chad. If you don't have a weapon against Eala, it's tough. It's a tough day. It's a tough day. No free points for Fernandez today. You're going to have to earn this set. Are you deleting comments? Can we delete that comment? 30-0. As Fernandez serves. Into the back of Eala. Return goes deep into the forehand of Fernandez. Eala on the attack. Cross court, the backhand of Fernandez. Eala backhand again. To the back of Fernandez. Eala. Back into backhand with Fernandez. Fernandez slicing the net. 30-40. 30-40. Break point for Eala to go to 5-0. Chat, we've watched so much Eala that this is predictable at this point. This is obvious at this point. Come on. 30-40. Eala to get back on serve and level. As Fernandez serves. Into the forehand of Eala. Good return. Fernandez up the line. Eala gets it back with the backhand. Fernandez, forehand inside out. That's a great shot. Eala gets it back with a slice. In comes Fernandez. Forehand straight to Eala. Hits a passing shot for a winner. It's got to be 7-5. All right, 5-0. Like, come on now. By the way, Fernandez played a really good point. Her biggest mistake was hitting it straight to Eala. She goes inside out. That's a winner. She goes up the line. She gets broken. It's 5-5. 5-0. This set's been going for over an hour. All right. We're back on serve. 5-5. As Eala serves into the forehand of Fernandez. Eala with the backhand up the middle. Fernandez forehand cross court. Eala gets it back. Fernandez forehand again. Up the line. That's a good shot. Eala gets it back though. Fernandez drop shot. Eala gets it back but overhits it. Nice drop shot from Fernandez. Eala was there, but love 15. Love 15. All right. Eala serves again. There's a bit of fault from Eala. Second serve. As Fernandez returns. Shanked it wide. 15-0. The winner of this match gets the day off tomorrow because they haven't got an opponent yet. So tomorrow is Svitolina versus Kudermetova. Winner plays the winner of this match. As that goes out by Fernandez. 30-15. 30-15. Eala serves again. Down 5-1's pretty crazy. It is, but it's also not, because that's what Eala does. Eala doesn't quit. First serve, default second serve. No coffee for the host. Do you want to buy me one? That'd be great. I love a coffee. At 3 a.m. Actually, I love a beer. All right, return from Fernandez into the back of Eala. Fernandez backhand to the forehand of Eala. As Fernandez backhand cross court, Eala gets it back with the backhand into the forehand of Fernandez, but Fernandez in the net. 40-15. Eala to take the lead. 40-15. As we serve. Into the forehand of Fernandez. Return goes back into Eala. Fernandez forehand again. To the forehand of Eala. It's Fernandez with a backhand in the net. And it's 6-5 Eala. And the crowd goes wild. Fernandez is going to have to hold to just get to a tie break now. All right. And if she hadn't done it a million times before, we would be screaming. But she has done it before, so this is classic Eala. Just like yesterday's comeback win. Classic Eala. Popcorn and beer is nice. I'll tell you what, I would love a shot of tequila. I'm just kidding. I could go for a margarita. This is regular Eala match, yeah. I tell you though, this set has been so ugly. It's hard, like, look, the comeback's been great. And Eala's been really good since being down 5-1. But that first 6 games in this set were not fun. Like, it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch players hitting errors. But since the 5-1, Eala's put so much pressure on Fernandez. And she's played much, much better, Eala, than she did in those first 6 games. All right. Now Fernandez is serving to stay in the match. And she has not been serving well. Now we've got Citi Pass taking on De Minaur after this. So make sure you stick around for that. Who would think we get to from 5-1 to this? This guy. All right. Fernandez has served to stay in the match. As a return, goes in the forehand of Fernandez. Forehand from Eala is Fernandez forehand. Again to the forehand of Eala. Fernandez backhand cross court. Eala gets it back. As Fernandez backing up the middle. Eala's forehand goes cross court. As Fernandez gets it back with a forehand. Eala slices it. And it goes wide. Whew, that was lucky for Fernandez. 15-love. Dare.
For a pint or a portion of one, depending on your local prices. Thank you, matey.
Thank you for the 5. That probably gets me about this much of a pint. Beer is expensive. 15-love. As we're serving the forehand of Eala. Back into Fernandez. Is Eala forehand. Again to the forehand of Fernandez. Oh, that's a good shot for Fernandez. 30-love. 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 There's a fault from Fernandez. Second serve. Second serve. As the return goes back to Fernandez. Eala forehand goes long, and Fernandez gets a 40-love. Where was this at 5-2? 40 love. Is it cold in Australia? It is cold in Australia. Return goes into the Fauna Fernandez. Eala backhand slice. In the net. All right, we're going to a tie-break, chat. Who is winning the tie-break? You got to say momentum is Eala, right? And she's going to be the tie-break winner, but it's been a long second set too. 72 minutes. It's a long set. Who you got winning this tie-break? Eala. It's first to 7. Fernandez 7-5. Eala 7-3. All right. 7 to the Fauna Fernandez. Return goes to the back of Eala. Fernandez backhand. Goes long. 1 love Eala. Yeah, I think Eala's going to win the tiebreak. The momentum is too strong. Fernandez doesn't have... I don't think she has... I think she's hitting more errors than Eala, and Eala's going to win the tiebreak because of forcing the errors from Fernandez. Hey, we got 6,500 people in the house. That's crazy. All right. As a return goes in the backhand of Fernandez. Eala pass. Fernandez volleys. Not good. Not good volley by Fernandez. 2 love. Eala. 2-0 Eala. Are all your audience Filipino or all over the world today? Seriously, there are so many Filipino listeners here. Chat, where are you watching from? Let me know in the chat where you're watching from. During Eala matches, obviously, there's a Filipinos watching, but the audience is pretty spread out. But I mean, there's a lot of Italians that watch when we watch Sinner, so depends on the player. A lot of Serbians watch Djokovic. As a backhand down the middle of the forehand of Eala. Forehand now from Fernandez. Eala forehand again. The forehand of Fernandez. Fernandez hits it out. 3 love Eala. Double mini break already. Yeah, so mostly Filipino. No surprise. 3 love Eala. Three love Eala. Double mini break in this tiebreak. As Eala serves. A fault. Second serve. By the way, we've got Citi Pass versus Demon after this, which I'm so excited to watch. Yay! I'm so excited. Forehand rally. If Demon wins, I'll do a backflip over there. Off stream. On stream, but off camera. Because I don't have enough room on camera. Anyways, backhand rally. That goes up the line from Fernandez. Eala gets it back. But Fernandez puts it away. All right. Fernandez gets one back. 3-1. 3-1. All right. 3-1 Eala. It's 1 a.m. in the Philippines. Yeah, shout out to all you savages out there. Stand up late. As a return, goes in the forehand of Eala. Fernandez in the nets. 4-1 Eala. 4-1 to Eala. All right, 4-1. And he's still here. 4-1. Deb is still here. 4-1. Thank you, Cam, for the long live. No worries. I'll stream till I'm dead. And as the return goes, the backhand of Fernandez. The backhand of Eala. Fernandez back into the net. 5-1 Eala. And they change ends. 5-1 to Alex Eala. Now, Eala does get the day off tomorrow. She will not play tomorrow. She will watch her, I guess. And that's probably a good thing, too, because she had a long match yesterday. This is actually turning out to be a pretty long straight sets win. This second set has been a bit of a marathon. So she'll get the day off tomorrow to recover for the quarterfinals against whoever wins tomorrow. All right. I drink my turmeric tea. Hey, nice. Turmeric tea. Lovely. I had one of those the other day. They taste all right. A little spicy, but it's actually really good for you, right? All right, Fernandez serves. Into the forehand of Eala. Forehand from Fernandez. The Eala forehand on the stretch. To the backhand of Fernandez. Eala backhand again. To the back of Fernandez up the line. Forehand from Eala cross court. Winner. Match points. 6-1. Eala's got 5 match points. She's going to serve to take her spot in the quarterfinals of a 500. Like I said, chat, earlier in this match, Eala is peaking. This is the best we've seen Eala. It's the best that Eala's ever played. She is at the peak of her powers right now. Best form of her career. Let's just hope her body can hold up to it. That's all that seems to be stopping her at the moment. As the return goes into the forehand of Eala, Fernandez with a forehand into the back of Eala. It's Fernandez. Forehand again, cross court. Eala gets it back. Fernandez. Forehand down the middle. Eala gets it back with the backhand. Fernandez backhand up the line. Eala gets it back with her forehand to the back of Fernandez. Eala backhand cross court. Fernandez slice. Goes short. And then Eala puts away the winner. Eala gets it done from 5-1 in the second. She fights back to win. Classic Eala set. That's what she does, chat. She doesn't die. She never dies. You have to win against her. You can't assume that 5-1's going to be enough. You have to beat Eala. It's the only way you can win. You have to win against her. You can't get a lead 5-1 with a double break. That is not enough. You have to be able to beat her. She doesn't give you anything, even when she's down 5-1. And that's the proof. I mean, she did it yesterday against Zheng. She was down a set and a break. And then Zheng won one game after that. That same here. I mean, she was down 1-5. Fernandez won one game after that. Like, it's almost like when you're up 5-1, you have to play like you're down 1-5. Right? In your mind, you got to pretend like you're losing against Eala because she just never dies. She has a never say die attitude. And she is so stubborn. So stubborn. And even if Fernandez had won that set, it wasn't a sure thing that she was going to win the third. I mean, Eala was going to regroup and win the third anyway. But man, that's again, we saw it yesterday, we saw it today. You have to beat Eala. You can't go up 5-1 and just think that she's going to give you the set because she doesn't want to try. She's going to fight to the end. And that tiebreak was super dominant. Such a dominant tiebreak. GG's. By the way, if you are leaving, don't forget to sub on the way out. Never say die. That's it. Now she gets a day off tomorrow, and we don't know who she's playing yet, but she'll play the winner of Svitolina and Kudermetova. So that is who she will play tomorrow. That's who she'll play on Friday. Friday, she'll play the winner in the quarterfinals of a 500. Again, Eala's in the best form of her career. She is peaking at the moment. Eala's a giant killer? Yeah, she sure is. Now, we've got Citi versus Demon coming up soon, so stick around. Addy,
Let's go, Alex. Congrats.
Hey, great win for Alex. Thank you for the 4. All right, let's go through the recap of what we just witnessed. So Eala has just taken out Fernandez in straight sets, fighting back in the second set. She was down a couple of breaks in that second set. Really hard work to get that second set and get out of here in straight sets. She won't play until Friday, so she gets a day off tomorrow, but let's have a look at how this match went. Okay, so you can see there nearly 2 hours for a straight sets match, and the first set was really one-sided for Eala, 6-2. Then the second set was a tiebreak, a fighting back win for Eala in that second set. Not too many winners from Eala, 9 winners, no aces today, which is a bit interesting, whereas yesterday she had a lot more aces early in the match, but different opponent, more a defensive type Fernandez, so harder to hit aces against her, but 26 winners, 42 errors from Fernandez. A lot of errors in that first set against Fernandez. Wasn't the greatest quality match. There was, it was won by, not missing more than it was won by hitting winners, but let's have a look at how the match actually went. All right, so first set, Eala served first and got the early break. She was off to a great start in this match. Got the early break, got to 3-love. Then there was an opportunity for Fernandez to get back on serve at 3-1, which would have really changed the way that first set was looking, but Eala ends up holding serve. Then Fernandez does have a hold of serve and gets an easier game, even though it was at 30-all. It wasn't the easiest game. And then Fernandez serving to stay in the set at 2-5 down, gets broken to end up losing the set 6-2, so Eala takes the first. Then the second set, and this was a really strange set. So Eala wins the first game. Then there's a marathon second game where there was a break chance for Eala, but Fernandez does end up holding. Then at 1-all, Fernandez finally gets her break. She was up love 40, but as we saw yesterday against Zheng, love 40 against Eala doesn't really mean much because, Eala can come back so well. But Eala does come back to deuce, but it's not enough. Fernandez does get the break. Then Eala had an opportunity to break straight back, as she often does. When she gets broken, she fights straight back. Fernandez does hold strong. Then she gets the double break Fernandez to go to 4-1. Hold serve goes to 5-1. But that's where everything started to change. Eala holds serve at 30-all to get to 2-5. Then she gets one of the breaks back. Then she has another marathon game to hold to get to 4-5 and really put the pressure on Fernandez. Then Fernandez, for a second time, tries to serve it out. She can't get it done. Another break for Eala. It's 5-all. Then Fernandez does have the easiest game, one of the easiest service games of the match, to get to the tiebreak at 6-all. But then the tiebreak, all Eala. She gets to 6-1. She wins on her first match point, and she is into the quarterfinals. But yeah, there was a few opportunities there wasted from Fernandez in that second set. We know that there's momentum for Eala. As soon as she gets that momentum, we saw that against Zheng yesterday, she can just run through matches. And even though Fernandez did hold to break the streak of games and get to the tiebreak, it just felt like with the momentum going into that tiebreak, Eala was never going to lose, and she didn't lose. She went through that tiebreak so easily, and she runs into the quarterfinals, which will be on Friday. So there it is. That is the win for Eala, and she's going to play either Svitolina or Kudermetova. So that's going to be interesting to see who she plays, because she obviously played Svitolina a couple weeks ago on the grass. She got the straight sets win, which was a really impressive win back in Berlin. So it's going to be interesting to see if she does play Svitolina again. Svitolina hasn't played yet, and she'll play her first match tomorrow, and the winner of that match will play Eala. So to play Eala in your second match on a hard court after not playing hard courts for a while, it's going to be tough, especially with Eala right now. She's super confident. She's playing the best tennis she's played for her in her career, right? She's having her career best results. So, yeah, if it is Svitolina, Eala's got to like her chances, considering that she did just beat her a couple weeks ago on the grass. But let me know in the comments below. Have you been impressed by Eala over the last couple of months? Because, I mean, the Fernandez win after losing to Fernandez in Stuttgart, which was on clay in April, to now turning it around. And, yeah, the second set was in favor of Fernandez, but it felt like even if we did go to a third, Eala was going to regroup, because the second set was it seemed like a little bit of a drop of energy for Eala. And, obviously she came back to win anyway, so it didn't matter about a third. But there it is. Eala gets the win, and she's into the quarterfinals of Washington. All right. very much improved. Yeah. I mean, Eala's, like I said, peak of her powers right now. Eala is, she is very, like, anybody who plays Eala at this point, like I said, unless they have power, they have to be able to, you can only beat Eala with power at this point, it feels like. I mean, Paolini beat her, like I said earlier in the match, with experience in Wimbledon. I think the experience of Grand Slam tennis got, Paolini the win in the fourth round of Wimbledon. But if you can't hit through Eala, good luck beating Eala, because she is so hard to beat. And even then, I mean, Paolini beat her, but it was 3 sets, right? The only time that she's had a bad loss or an easy loss were against those big hitters, Noskova, Mertens, right? Even Jovic, right? Jovic is more of an aggressive player than Fernandez or even Paolini. So you gotta have some weapons to be able to beat Eala right now. She is, and the clay courts obviously are a different surface that Eala is uncomfortable with. But you put her on the hard courts, you put her on the grass. We saw that. Obviously, the hard courts is where she broke out in the first place. Good luck. Good luck trying to beat this lady if you don't have a big shot. And she just beat the defending champion. I mean, Fernandez won this title last year. Defending champion. So, that was not a just some random person. Now, so tomorrow, Kudermetova versus Svitolina. We don't know who Eala's going to play until that match is over. That match will probably be first match tomorrow, because I'm sure Eala's matches are going to be first matches on for the rest of the tournament, just because of she's been playing first matches lately. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that one goes. I don't know if we'll watch that. We might watch that. It depends on the other matches, but we might watch that just because of the interest in. I know there's a lot of people out there interested in who Eala is going to play, so we probably should watch, because we're going to watch Eala play the winner of that match. By the way, Vukic and Musetti have just begun. So yeah, we've got Tsitsipas versus Medvedev. I wish. Versus Demonor coming up in a minute as well, which was supposed to be yesterday, but has been moved to today because of the rain from yesterday. But yeah, big, good revenge win. I mean, we said this yesterday. With Zhang, that Eala has been able to win some matches that she's lost the first time to. She's been able to recover and take out the second win. You better take your breakpoint chances at watching Alex matches. Oh, your BP meds. What's BP? Thank you, Cam. No worries. Crazy thing, no Sabalenka versus Eala yet. Yeah, I know people want to see that, and I know Eala said that she wants to play Sabalenka, but I gotta be honest, I don't think playing Sabalenka is a good idea ever. You don't want to play Sabalenka. No, you don't want that smoke. All right, you don't want that smoke. By the way, Chad, I said Eala in 3 the last couple of matches. Oh no, I said Eala in straights yesterday. Either way. I'm 2 for 2 this week, so you can all get stuffed. Doubters, you doubt me, you get stuffed. The revenge tour, yeah. She's got to play Jovic. She's got to play Jovic, and then things can get really interesting. Cam's prediction was right. Thank you. I appreciate the confidence. But we're not done yet. I'm really excited. Osaka versus Kruger. Now, if you don't know who Kruger is, she is almost she's very similar to Raducanu in the way she plays. So that's gonna be fun to watch Osaka versus Kruger, aka the American Raducanu. So that's going to be fun later tonight. We've got, obviously, de Minaur versus Tsitsipas coming up next. And then... And then we've got, and then even Hodar's playing tonight. So yeah, we've got a lot of tennis. We're not going to watch all of that, but we've got a lot of matches potentially. To watch later. So that's fun. And then tomorrow we've got some really big hitters as well. So exciting times for tomorrow as well. de Minaur and Tsitsipas just hit the court. We'll get to that in a second. Easy to read, not as accurate just with the spots. Wait, what? Kruger's serve is not as good as Rebecca. No, it's not as good as Rebecca, but she has got the big Rebecca style game. And we watched her a few times. She's not very emotional either. She kind of keeps it in. So, she has got that kind of like Rebecca kind of vibe about her as well. By the way, winner of this next match is going to play Cruz Hewitt, which we may watch tomorrow. Actually, we probably will watch tomorrow because there's not much going on tomorrow. Is Cruz the youngest on the ATP now? I'm not sure. I don't think he's the youngest. He's one of the youngest on the men's side, but I don't think he's the youngest. What happened, Cam? She was up 5-1. Well, that's the thing. I mean, when you're playing Eala, 5-1 means nothing. I mean, you know. We've watched her so much. We know this, right? We know all these things. Watching, playing Eala, double break means jack, Please cover Cruz tomorrow. We probably will. Leylah is going to remember this match for a while. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Both Zheng and Fernandez are both going to look at these matches and go, what happened? Because, like, Zheng's match was probably worse. I think Zheng's loss yesterday was worse than today's match. Because Fernandez, I mean, yeah, she was up 5-1 in the second, but she never really looked like she was going to win the match. Yesterday, Zheng was she could have won that match. So I think yesterday's match was a lot worse for Zheng to lose than Fernandez losing today. I mean, Fernandez was down from the start. It was a tough, she was behind from the start. So, yeah, it sucks to lose the second set the way she did, but even if she had won the second, I don't know if the third would have gone any different anyway. Eala loves to give us a heart attack. Yeah, her matches are not boring. We talked about that many, many times. Eala's like a Terminator. Not only does she have so much stamina, she terminates big names. True. Yeah. That is truth. Does Eala look healthy, though? She did look a little tired in the start of the second. Like, I think the reason why she started to why she went down so badly in the second, I think, was because of a bit of fatigue. But she was strong enough to fight back after that initial drop in energy. So that was a nail biter. Yeah. Eala seeded for the US. She should be. Yeah. It would be a massive surprise if she wasn't. 12-1 is the head-to-head between de Minaur and Tsitsipas. Chad, do we have to watch this match? Do we have to watch this match? Oh. Do we have to watch Tsitsipas versus de Minaur? Do we have... I don't want to. Can Eala be in 2 years number one? Look, there's still a lot of work to do. We talked about this earlier. Even getting to top 20 is a long way to go. Like, it's hard to get top 20. It's hard to get top 10. So I think saying number one in 2 years is, I think, a little bit too soon to say that. Again, just enjoy it. Enjoy what she's doing. Let's not watch that match. At least somebody agrees with me. Demon will be fine. He's number one for the C for the tournament. That doesn't mean shit. Being the number one seed doesn't guarantee you anything. That doesn't get you. It doesn't mean you go win. I mean, it doesn't mean shit. Eala thrives in adversity. Yeah. Grades clouds at the Demon match. Yeah. Yes. Gray clouds are around. That's all right. That's fine. What's her current rank? She's still 28 in the world. Crazy part, I don't think Eala is even physically 100%. Well, that's the thing. I don't think Eala is 100% fit. Which is crazy. Eala's primary goal is to win slams and being number one. That's everyone's goal, though. Everyone who ever picks up a tennis racket, that's their goal. So, yeah, I mean, no surprise that's her goal. Who is her next opponent? So Eala's going to play either Svitolina or Kudermetova, who are playing tomorrow. So that is that. All right, chat. City Pass is taking on Demon Ore. And we are going to watch it. Because we were going to watch it yesterday and it fucking didn't happen. And I'm so annoyed that they didn't happen yesterday because I don't want to watch it today. We'll get to it in a second. City Pass serving first. Eala's box office hit with these kind of matches. Yeah, like I keep saying, she doesn't play boring matches. And she's got a good draw. I mean, she's playing against players that are not, she's playing against players that are not going to be, like, that aren't the big hitters that she loses to sometimes, right? She's got Svitolina, who she can beat. We know that. She's got Kudermetova, who I think she could also beat. The semifinals: Osaka, Kruger, Navarro, Cocciaretto. If she plays Cocciaretto, that's a good matchup. Osaka and Navarro are obviously a tough one. I mean, Osaka and Eala would be a great semifinal. We're going to watch Osaka later. Navarro's played well though lately. But again, I think if she plays Osaka, that's going to be the hardest match on paper. Demon has started. Yes, there, but thank you. I see that. We're going to get there. Yeah, Osaka in the semis. But Svitolina, look, she's beaten Svitolina. We're going to get to Demon Ore in a second. We're doing a new stream for this, all right? We're just keep wrapping this up. Relax. Yeah, we don't watch Aussies. Svitolina will be tough. It depends on how Svitolina plays tomorrow, though. I mean, Svitolina gets through a 3-setter against Kudermetova. You got to think Eala's a chance. You got to give Eala a chance. Demon Ore's French? No, he's not. No, he's not. Demon Ore's not French. All right. Let's get to Demon Ore. Oh, God. If he loses, I'm going to fucking lose it. We might not make this out of a live chat. We might not make it out alive in this next match, but we'll do our best. Eala wins 6-2, 7-6. She gets a day off tomorrow. So if you're not coming back tomorrow for other matches, then we'll see you in a couple of days for the next Eala match. Dennis.
Whoa, what a match. Cool to watch with you.
Hey, thank you for the two. Appreciate that. But Eala wins. She beats Fernandez, takes her out. Revenge. We'll see you. Come over on the Watch Demon. Oh, God damn it. Give me some moral support. I need your help. I can't watch this match alone.